gold, and I will.
Hey Faov, we gotta get that Twitch/esports money somehow.
Oh yeah, dude. Gotta get that giveaway money by giving shoutouts.
Alright, and this tick timer, the first matchup of this set between II and Gun Squad is going to be going off at 7-0-0. And it should be an exciting matchup with Gun Squad actually having a little bit better, or II actually, I'm going to just call them Guild Unknown. They're going to have a little bit better gank compared to what Boo had as far as re-stealthing ability goes. So it should be able to change the matchup just a little bit. And they did have the chance to witness a little bit of the other rounds. So they are going into this thinking that they're going to be a little more aggressive than what Boo was as far as the initial engage. They're going to try to really cut back on the ability of Gun Squad to have those clean engages with that early static from that Ride the Lightning Ellie. So we'll see how this goes. We still have 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and that is plenty of time for you to give me shoutouts and 10 gold per shoutout in the meantime while we're killing time for 2 minutes. And a quick shoutout to Strafe's mother, his mom. That is from the OG Enox, and he wishes her very well. And thank you for your business. That was fantastic. And another shout out to my good guardian friend GvG, who came to EU with us. He is GvG is one hot ass Frenchie. That is from someone close to your heart.
Oh, so I don't know to the French now.
Alright, we still have a minute going now before Gun Squad and II are underway in this first set. It should be an interesting matchup. Gun Squad, as we saw in the previous matches, they like to stealth early, and they had pretty much every single round a clean engage that more often than not caused insta-downs, and that really gave them a good advantage every round. So II, being able to see that, they're going to try to really mitigate Gun Squad's ability to do that with a little bit more aggression and maybe try to disrupt that lead Ellie a little bit more than what Boo was able to do. And a quick shout out to stop doing shout outs, but that's 10 silver, so.
You can't say it then. You can't just cheap out like that. It's 10 gold or nothing.
Oh, that's the quickest like 50 gold I ever made.
10 esports money. One interesting thing to note is
10 gold or it does not count as 10 gold for the record. Alright, we do have 9 seconds now. 8 seconds as we're going to see a little bit of the pre-buffing kind of come to a close right now. Now some empowers going off from Gun Squad. Same thing going up on the north side with some blasting of stealth from both sides. Both sides invisible. Neither side really knows where the other are. Gun Squad, a lot of them revealed though over on the south, and their gank is actually just going to get exploded right now. And a quick engage by II onto the Gun Squad gank, disrupting them. They're going to counter bomb and force II to pull up back up to the north. So the Guild Unknown up on the north, they did have one down, and that is a Guardian. That's Nevs. The banner goes off from the Guild Unknown. The Guild Unknown does not. The banner does not land. So that's one Guardian. They are down, but it's 14 versus 15 now. After the engage, neither side stealth, and a gank explodes it down from I can't tell what class that was. Looks like a Necromancer is down for the Guild Unknown up on the north, and they're reeling right now under the pressure of Gun Squad. Gun Squad really pouring it on, and Gun Squad, there's another one down, a Thief down now for the Guild Unknown. Another one down, and that is actually the driver for II, and he's going to get cleaved out all the way. So he's out now, and the Guild Unknown is driverless. Looks like they're still trying to do as much as they can, and they're still in this. They haven't quit, no quit yet, and now the round might get called as there's not really any melee train left for the Guild Unknown. There was a warrior who made it out of that alive, but for the rest, we had a Thief down, a warrior down, the driver, as well as a Necromancer down for the Guild Unknown, and they call it, making this 1-0 tonight in favor of Gun Squad.
Yeah, I think the Guild Unknown had a really good first push right there. They really capitalized on, you know, kind of both sides sitting out the stealth, and they pushed GS what seemed like kind of into the wall at the very start, but then after that they just slowly lost it.
Yeah, it seems like they were random downs appearing. I feel like there was a really I couldn't tell what that was. It was so quick, but there was like a gank, like opportunity to down the Necromancer instantly, and the Guild Unknown stack. Also, I have to give a shout out to my boy Gix. I love him.
Are you a sellout too now? What the heck?
You're selling them now, man.
Yeah, send chip money. What the heck?
That to happen. Alright, but back to the match itself. Yeah, there was what did you guys see what killed that Necromancer? Like inside the Guild Unknown stack? It was so quick, and he just went down almost instantaneously.
Right when he did it, it looked like the Fresh Air Elementalist had something to do that, because I know one of the Gun Squad Thieves was over on the west side at the time, and I saw a pretty massive burst. It looked like a lightning flash as well, and I think it was the Fresh Air LA. If I had to guess, it was the Fresh Air LA that just insta-downed that Necromancer from the Guild Unknown.
Yeah, if you're running Scepter Focus Zerk, you can get some really huge burst off. From a decent range as well. The only problem is that you have to worry about is you're very glassy in that spec, and although you can output a ton of damage and you can pretty much one-shot many classes, it's also very easy to one-shot you. So
yeah, the Fresh Air Scepter
Focus
LAs are
look to take that out sometime early in the round.
They're pretty susceptible to just getting instantly bursted out by the Thieves. I mean, it's pretty easy to kill Fresh Air LA as 2 Thieves, and there shouldn't really be a problem with that.
So the second round tonight is going to be starting right here in about 2 minutes and 15 seconds at 1-0-0, so you still have 2 minutes to kill. The Guild Unknown came out of that though with a better engage than what we saw as for the most part against Gun Squad and Boo. The fight right before this, they were actually able to stealth for the full duration, and for some reason the Gun Squad gank still had not stealthed. But they did manage to get away when the melee train from the Guild Unknown leapt onto them. So it did set them up for possibly a good engage, but they weren't able to take complete advantage of the stealth that they used. But it is exciting. It is interesting to see how that'll go this next round. And we do have 1:20, so don't forget we do have drawings immediately following this matchup. So if you want to be involved in that, make sure you go ahead and take that away, Whitehelm.
Make sure you get your hashtag GS or your hashtag II in the chat to be entered into that draw.
Because I had no idea. Still don't know how it works.
I believe we're also having the 800 gem giveaway after this as well.
No,
that happened already.
We already gave away the 800 gems. We're giving away 50 gold and 100 gold. So,
okay, I definitely didn't go AFK during the last break.
Alright, so another 40 seconds before the second round starts. Gun Squad got a lot of momentum after their last matchup with a big win, 6-1 over Boo. And it looks like they've kind of carried it over, still staying pretty fresh and taking that first round fairly easily against the Guild Unknown. See what type of counters Guild Unknown can make.
Yo, quick shout out to Head Dad for carrying AE's gank.
Oh my god, it continues. The corruption in this booth.
And immediately following this round, I'll put out a special if you do want a shout out. And this round is underway now. I putting into stealth. Gun Squad following suit, but not really stealthed out, and it looks like they're a little bit later to do so. But Gun Squad's going to open blindly onto the Guild Unknown and actually cause one of the downs right there. That's a warrior down for the Guild Unknown, but he does get bannered, so one banner saves the banner, but he's still under a lot of pressure, and he might go down again as he's trying to pull away from them up on the north side. But the Gun Squad melee train sees that, and they're just going to keep pushing on, and another banner goes up. But he goes immediately back down and now is cleaved out all the way. There's another warrior down in the back. Guild Unknown, no banners left now. Gun Squad with a couple of liches out, pouring it on. it's still very aggressive, and they're going up straight to the north. That's a thief, actually, that just went out for the Guild Unknown. And now an Elementalist follows. He's get cleaved out. There's another one, a third one down, and that is another thief. So the Guild Unknown is really taking a beating right now with 4 or 5 down. But the Guild Unknown Gun Squad does get one down, but it looks like he's going to get bannered immediately because they had not used any yet. There's still a very low Elementalist in the stack. He's going to miss that count in the south. No regroups in this fight for either side, really, as Gun Squad is just kind of pushing it on, and now what's left of the II melee train and the II squad just crumbles. They're down, and they're going to get finished off by Gun Squad, who's just gone full aggression mode. And they're going to pull out without any injuries. Not a single player finished out in that round, though one was down. So that round's going to go in favor of Gun Squad, making it 2-0 on this set.
I think II's gank really needs to work on taking that Scepter Focus Ellie fairly quickly, because if you were watching, when they were consistently getting down after down after down, a lot of that was the Scepter Focus Ellie just getting really good pressure onto those classes and just keeping the downs.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the Scepter Focus Ellie in the GvG setting. I've only ever seen it in one other GvG, and the other GvG that I saw it played, it was decently successful, and it's showing to be pretty decently successful in this one. It just seems that, you know, if you're playing against 2 really good thieves, it's just going to be completely nullified.
The thing that I see Gun Squad really has an advantage right now is they have 2 separate bombs plus an effective gank. They have a bomb from their melee train, they have a bomb from their casters, and then they have gank that's also creating downs. And on the other side of that, from II, when their melee train was getting into pressure, you saw them struggling, and they really, as I get it down right now from some spectator who wasn't a fan, and I lost my train of thought. Oh, on the other side, when you see II getting backed up on their heels, they're not really recovering. They're not really able to counterbomb in any way to force Gun Squad to pull back and regroup. And I don't think I saw a single regroup by the Gun Squad melee that time, as they were just kind of moving from down to down and creating downs in the process. So Gun Squad up early in this set, 2-0 right now, over the Guild Unknown. Guild primarily made up of is it Australians and maybe some of
Just
our oceanic
NA.
friends. Oh, late
Just
NA?
late NA.
Well, maybe they're not from another continent. I stand corrected.
The corruption is running deep, not only shoutouts, but now misinformation to the stream.
And this round is actually going to be starting in 10:00, so we do have another 2 minutes. And in the meantime, for this between round only, you can get 2 shoutouts for the price of 15 gold. That's a pretty steep discount. Trying to make enough money to pay for that transfer and get out of debt.
Chat would like to know what each guild is running as a comp. Did we look at that at the beginning?
Yeah, absolutely.
match?
From what I can tell, and hopefully one of my panel members can confirm it, I don't see many changes on the Gun Squad side of things. However, I right now, they're running, I believe they're running Greatsword Staff Melee, 4 Guardians, and let me
I think it's 3 warriors, I want to say.
Yep, they had 2 banners go down for 1 warrior, so they do have at least 3 warriors for II. They have 2 thieves and a mesmer, along with para-elementalists and necros kind of rounding it out. So I think they have about 5 total casters between the necromancers and Ellies, 3 on the gank, and a 7-man melee train. That add up? That's 15, yeah. And then Gun Squad on the other side of things doesn't look like they've really switched up anything from the last rounds. And if you weren't with us, last rounds they ran, I think, 2 Necromancers, 4 Guardians that are Hammer Staff. Was it 1